In Kenya, Africa, there's a reserve called Masai Mara, and that's where we're gonna spend 3 nights. In this video, we're gonna try to see lions, leopards, cheetahs, elephants, buffaloes. We're gonna try to spot all the animals. So I want you to stick with us all the way to the end, and we'll see if we can survive all the treacherous things that might happen to us here. Let's go! I'm not much of a survival expert. The last time we went driving like this, we almost froze to death. And when you're in Africa, there's always a chance that you become lion food. So the first thing we needed to do was to team up with an expert.
Hannah
and John.
Yes.
Most welcome.
This is Amos. Amos is a family man, he likes gospel music, and he has this uncanny ability to find animals. And probably he has the world record in changing car tires really fast. This means Amos is the perfect guy to keep us from becoming lion food. He also gave me this hat. We leave Nairobi and head to the Great Rift Valley.
On the other side, you have Mount Suswa, and it's a volcano, 7,000 feet. So behind is Masai Mara Game Reserve.
What's your name?
Moses.
Moses. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Moses. Moses seemed like a kind man, so we decided to buy from him this sculpture with common phrases in Swahili, the local language. And would you believe it, Hakuna Matata is actually a word and it means no problem. This whole time I thought it didn't mean anything, like saying mumbo jumbo.
Spare me your medical mumbo jumbo.
Quick pit stop. Kinda got a milkshake. T-bone steak, baby. I've learned 2 local words now. Jumbo.
Jumbo.
Rafiki.
Rafiki is a friend.
Yeah.
Jumbo is greeting.
Greeting.
Yeah.
So you're my friend now.
Oh, my friend, it's a pleasure.
Already, my investment is paying off. Thank you, Moses. The drive to the Masai Mara Reserve took a while. Kana fell asleep. That banana milkshake knocked her out. And we finally arrive at the gates. As soon as we enter, it's like, wow! Animals everywhere. We see gazelles, pooping gazelles, Pumbaa, and my first buffalo. This is what it's like, driving in the reserve.
Oh my god.
The African massage. The goal of this video is to survive within the Masai Mara Reserve and to see as many animals as possible. However, the only way to stay overnight in the reserve is to book a camp. So that's what we did, and that's where we're going right now. We just spotted a hyena, so we're gonna try to go a little closer.
You know, the hyenas are kind of the undertakers in the wild. They do the clearing and forwarding of every trash that is left behind. Actually, they say if there are no hyenas in the world, most probably the world will stink because they finish up the leftovers.
Right.
They have well-built jaws that can crush bones and even leftovers that have lasted for a few days.
Now, if you're enjoying the video so far, then hit that subscribe button and show the algorithm that this is great content. Up ahead, we found 3 super happy cheetahs. Look at them, so happy. Amos believes that they are the ones who did the kill that the hyenas are now eating the scraps of. And we're not even trying to see animals. We're just trying to get to the camp. That's right, when you're in the reserve, it's unavoidable to see a ton of animals everywhere. And if you stop for every single animal, you'll run out of time. Biggest flying bird.
Biggest, yeah,
But it's so big.
yeah, can weigh up to 25 kilos.
Jeez.
Yeah, it spends the day on the ground walking, looking for bugs, rodents.
If it's this heavy, yeah, it's probably tough to fly.
Yeah.
Just be careful with your hands. We're getting close to the camp and we find some hungry hippos.
So a lot of their life is in the water. Only at night when they come out, that's when they go grazing.
The sun is setting and we're risking driving in the dark if we don't hurry. We come across more hyenas sleeping on the road. It's the first day and we already saw a lion. The king of the jungle, spotted. It's an amazing feeling to be this close.
でも寝ちゃってる、もうね、もうすぐ7時なの。
Yeah, it's getting late. The lions are sleeping, so maybe we should sleep too. We make it to Camp Loik and get a royal welcome. All right, luxury camp, here we are. Ooh, Jumbo, thank you. It's 6 a.m. now, the next day. We're gonna get up early, go out and find those animals. The camp is not fenced, which means lions could creep up on us any minute.
Still so dark. Anna, you ready to rock and roll?
Day 2. As we leave the camp, we meet all the early risers. As the sun starts peeking over the horizon, we run into a lone male lion. I love this shot so much. The lion just walks straight towards us for a good minute. We drive on and we meet this giant gathering of cars. Turns out there's a massive pride of lions just sleeping in the middle of the road. I couldn't help but feel inadequate when I look around at all these camera boys with their big lenses. I mean, what even is that? Are you trying to make Arnold Schwarzenegger jealous? Papa Lion was pretty tired.
Good morning with lions.
The cubs were getting restless, and one of them wanted to play with Papa, but he wouldn't have it. Mama is chilling out as well. By now, all the cubs were awake, but the parents still sleeping. The cubs tried to bother Mama a little more, but she didn't want to have any of it. She's sleeping right here. She's not bothered by us. She's not bothered by all the flies on her face. And there are so many flies. We decide to drive on, let the lions sleep a little longer, and we come across this giant herd of elephants. A massive family of elephants with babies, adults, and seniors. I've seen elephants many times in the zoo, but seeing them up close and this many of them out in the wild is quite the experience. Little Dumbo over here looked at us and gave us a wink. They all seem to be in a hurry to get somewhere. Possibly they want to get something to drink. As the elephants leave, we decide to travel back to the lions and see what's going on. Papa is awake now. The younglings are still bored. And Mama is still dealing with the flies. So it's 9:30 now, we've been awake since 6 a.m. We saw some hungry hippos, and it reminded us we didn't eat breakfast yet. So we got hungry ourselves. We ended up having breakfast under this nice tree. So I'm gonna wrap a sausage in bacon and pancake. Now I feel like the king of safari. The lion is like so jealous now. While we're enjoying our breakfast, the unthinkable happened. Oh man!
The ant is here!
I was gonna have some milk. I'm gonna get ant milk. While I'm laughing at the lions, the ants had the final laugh.
Hyena-chan, hakken. Hyena. Kawaii. Hyena なんかクマと犬を足して綿かわしてるの。丸々してて可愛い。
As we leave, we finally meet the giraffes up close, and it was a nice experience. They were very happy to smile straight into the camera. And we saw the rare scene of a giraffe lying down. A flock of ostriches, you can cross that one off the list. Meeting all this local wildlife was great, but we also wanted to meet the local people. So Amos took us to Masai Village. And your name was Boy.
Yeah, B-O-E. So welcome.
Home to the indigenous Maasai people, and I'm sure you've realized by now that Masai Mara Reserve is named in their honor. They live inside the reserve, and lucky for us, they're very welcoming as well.
They are very much welcoming people, although not all of them speak English, very few. They'll do a welcome song together, women and men, and we'll be getting to their home.
Yango. Nice to meet you, Yango. Kana's gonna join with the ladies. Of course, Kana is not the only one who had to sing with the locals. Next up, I had to go. Middle. Hey. I can honestly say I've never been this much out of my element. I just tried my best to play along. Hey. Oh, thank you. Wow. After one of the most uncomfortable times of my life, they decide to teach us how they make fire.
This one, the black object that I told you, and then the elephant book. That is now it is a real fire.
Oh. Wow.
Have you seen the flame?
Yeah, I see the flame.
A real fire.
We then got to experience what the inside of their houses are like. No electricity, no running water, just fire made from elephant poop. Bye-bye. See you. Bye-bye. Take care. There's been a leopard sighting, so we're heading there now. So supposedly there's a leopard in that tree right there. We can't see it. There's a lot of camera boys gathered here, so yeah, see if we can see it. We've been waiting for like 12 minutes. There's still no movement from Mr. Leopard. And that's when we finally saw him. Staring right back at us. Shortly after that, he was ready to leave the tree. Now, when you're out in the safari trying to get a good shot, you'll find yourself competing with other cars. Fortunately, our driver Amos was very good at anticipating where the leopard was headed, so we could always get a good shot. The leopard was posing on this hill for quite some time, enjoying his newfound popularity. He decided to leave, probably looking for lunch, and we realized it was time for us to have lunch as well. So we decided to get a move on. Your driving is exceptional. We headed back to the camp for lunch and we're pretty late. But we couldn't help but come across all these animals on the way. We grab a quick lunch at the camp and then head out. Remember how I mentioned that Amos has this uncanny ability to find animals? Well, he decided we want to go to the marsh side of Masai Mara in order to find the marsh pride. It's a pride of lions who are basically reality TV stars. What about the marsh pride? Are they still alive?
They are, but most of the males, the big males that were documented then, are not anymore.
Yeah. And guess what? We actually found them. Oh, we just found the marsh pride. Just like Amos mentioned, there are no adult males around, only younglings and females. We really wanted to stay longer because they were so welcoming, but the weather turned really bad. So we have to leave now in a hurry because it started raining like crazy. Oh god! Oh, the roof just opened up. We got completely soaked. Yeah. The winds are super heavy. I think it's safe to say that if we did not have Amos with us, we'd get stuck in the mud because the entire reserve turned into a wet, muddy marshland.
Of the, mistake that you crashed into the water.
Kana.
Something like that.
Kana is laughing, I'm not. I'm scared. Thunder just struck very close to us.
Okay, 1 second.
It was like... Fortunately, Amos is a fantastic driver and he got us out of the rain safely and we met this guy. And here is my favorite shot of the entire trip. Just watching him shake that water. He has to be my favorite lion so far. I should give him a name. Let's call him Frank the Lion. Frank the Lion. I think we can learn a lot from Frank. He teaches us to just take whatever life throws at you. Don't worry about the rain. Don't cry about it. Enjoy it. And life just threw something at us. As the sun is setting down, we get a flat tire. Fortunately for us, Amos is the best when it comes to changing tires, and he does so extremely fast. When you're in the reserve, it's incredibly important to be aware of all the animals that might be encroaching upon you, and being stranded here is not a good idea. And that's the end of this very long day in the safari. We get back to camp safely. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end to this video. If you want to see more African vlog travel videos from me, then let me know down in the comments. We stayed in the reserve for a total of 5 days, so this was only the first 2 days in this video. Stay tuned for the next part where we actually see some cheetahs in action trying to catch prey. Will they succeed? We'll find out. Please subscribe to the channel, it helps us out immensely and it allows me to make awesome videos for you. Once again, I'm John Bear, thank you so much and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.